everyone, Mythic ODM here. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop RPGs since 1984. So yes, a very long time.
Why are you so old?
For this video, I wanted to share some more tips for game masters who have found a table and are now looking to get into more world building, adventure writing, running games, etc. If you have not watched my first video, you will find links to it down below. And if I figure out how to add things to YouTube videos, I'll try to embed it as well. In this video, I'll be chatting about what makes a good villain and how to invest your players into the big bad guy.
What's a Skeletor?
Let's jump into it, shall we? Creating a compelling and memorable villain is crucial in tabletop RPGs, as they can drive the story, challenge the players, and provide a sense of accomplishment when defeated.
Winning!
Now, here are some of the key things to consider when designing a good villain. First, they need to have clear motivation. A great villain should have well-defined motives that make sense within the game world. Their goals, desires, and reasons for opposing the players should be compelling and understandable. Whether it is seeking power, revenge, or pursuing a twisted ideology, strong motivation adds depth to the villain and makes them more relatable.
What's my motive?
When you're working on these, ask yourself why. Why is the big bad guy doing these things?
But why?
Next is the depth and complexity. So avoid creating one-dimensional villains. Give them depth by incorporating unique personality traits, flaws, and a backstory that explains their action and choices. The more complex the villain, the more interesting and engaging they become for both players and the game master. These are things that the players may uncover in time. Even if they do not, you having that information can define why the big bad guy is doing what they're doing. You need to have antagonistic qualities. A good villain should possess the qualities to make them a formidable adversary. This could include intelligence, cunning, resourcefulness, or exceptional combat abilities, or all of them. Consider giving them unique skills, magical powers, or access to rare resources that challenge the players and force them to think strategically. Not every big bad guy is a combat monster. That's what they have, minions. Speaking of which, having minions and support. A good villain often has a network of minions or loyal followers. These subordinates can serve as additional challenges for the players, as well as providing opportunities for infiltration, gathering information, or disrupting the villain's plans. Consider creating unique and diverse supporting characters within the villain's organization. These are great ways for the players to level up towards the big bad guy. They connect some pieces that may not have had connections before. It may take several sessions for the players to even become aware of the true end boss.
Don't you know who I am?
Next, a compelling present. Make the villain memorable by giving them a distinct appearance, mannerisms, or a signature style. A visually striking villain or one with a strong presence can leave a lasting impression on the players and enhance the overall game experience. There are so many resources online that can help flesh out how your villain looks if you need a visual representation. The next thing is moral ambiguity. Adding shades of gray to your villain's morality can create interesting dilemmas for the players.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Make the players question whether the villain's actions are entirely evil or if there's just some justifiable aspects to their cause. This can add a ton of depth to the story and lead to thought-provoking moments. Some players may even side with the big bad guy's point of view. It can lead to some intense role-playing with your group.
No, he's got a point.
Personal connections. Establishing a personal connection between the villain and the player characters can deepen the emotional stakes. It could be a past conflict, a shared history, or a personal vendetta.
Why do you have to make it personal?
This connection adds an extra layer of motivation for the players to confront and defeat the villain. One of my favorite lines from Street Fighter, yes, the movie.
The day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Wonderful. Your NPC should be an evolving threat. As the players progress, the villain should adapt and grow stronger as well. They should pose a progressively increasing threat, with the players needing to overcome greater challenges to stand a chance of defeating them. This creates a sense of progression and builds anticipation for the final confrontation. This can be as simple as the PCs confront the big bad guy at several instances, but the big guy manages to flee. When they meet again, the bad guy has increased in level and has some new tricks to play on the PCs.
I can do this all day.
Having an emotional impact.
Emotional damage!
So designing encounters and events that allow the villain to cause emotional reaction in the player. This can be achieved through shocking reveals.
I feel shocked.
Acts of cruelty.
You cut me real deep just now.
Or morally challenging situations.
She's got the high ground.
Engaging the player's emotions will make the conflict with the villain more memorable and impactful. Now, be mindful of the content and know your player's boundaries, like I discussed in the Session 0 video. Lastly, ensure the players have a satisfying and memorable confrontation with the villain. Consider incorporating unique mechanics, epic battles, or dramatic resolutions. The defeat of the villain should feel like a significant achievement of the players, marking the culmination of their efforts and storytelling.
Fine, you win, okay?
And there are times where the defeat is not permanent, but use those rarely.
What? We call it a draw.
Nothing is worse than having a great climactic fight to only find out that they actually did not win. Remember, the key to creating a good villain to make them just more than a simple obstacle. By investing time in crafting a compelling story, motivations, and making them an active presence in the game world, you can create memorable antagonists that enhances the tabletop RPG experience. As always, thank you for spending your time with me in this crazy life of becoming a games master. If you're interested in more content, please like and subscribe below and click the bell for notifications on new videos. Let me know in the comments your favorite bad guy that you had to fight and why. Why was it memorable? Or what could have been done to make it so? In the meantime, in between time, that's it. Another Mythic episode. Thanks for watching. May all your games be full of myth, mirth,